21 of the fantasy basketball season. And here's a few forwards that could definitely help your fantasy roster with the playoffs starting in most leagues this week. The first guy, Royce O'Neal of the Brooklyn Nets. So we know the Nets, they blew it up and traded their best players in Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant. And Royce O'Neal now once again getting solid playing time for this net team, about 30 minutes a game. So on the season, 8.9 points a game, 5 rebounds, 3.7 assists, 2.2 threes, and 38% from the field. So Royce O'Neal's a 3-and-D type of guy. We know last season he had a solid year with the Jazz, but they traded him to the Nets. And Royce O'Neal, like I said, he's getting the playing time. And a guy right now available in tons of leagues at 66%. So the last few games here for O'Neal, March 7th at Houston, 11 points, 11 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals, 2 threes, 50% from the field. March 10th at Minnesota, 12 points, 15 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 steals, 3 threes, 27% from the field. And March 12th at Denver, 11 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 threes, 44% from the field. So a 3-and-D guy, like I said. Guy can rebound the basketball very well, especially at the forward position. Where in the last 3 games here, he's got 32 rebounds, is Royce O'Neal. So right now, with him getting playing time, this Brooklyn Net team winning 3 out of 4, surprisingly, still after blowing up the roster. Royce O'Neal's definitely a guy who's got the playoff experience as well, and he's playing solid minutes for this Net team, and is a good add this week. The next guy's Talen Horton-Tucker of the Utah Jazz. So Horton-Tucker over the last few weeks here, he's definitely picking his game up and getting things going on the season. 8.5 points a game, 2.7 rebounds, 3.1 assists, and 41% from the field. But the last few weeks, he's been back and he's been playing great. 19 points a game, 4.2 rebounds, 5.5 assists, 1.5 threes, and 52% from the field. So right now, he's a 4 or 5 category type of player is Horton-Tucker. And he's a guy I've been mentioning on the waiver wire for about 3 weeks now. And surprisingly, he's still out there right now, 5% of league. So the last few games here for Horton-Tucker. March 7th at Dallas, 21 points, 6 boards, 4 assists, 2 steals, a block, a 3, 50% from the field. March 9th at Orlando, 23 points, a rebound, 8 assists, a steal, 2 threes, 55% from the field. And March 11th at the Hornets, a monster game, flirting with a triple-double, 37 points, 8 rebounds, 10 assists, 2 threes, 58% from the field. So Horton-Tucker right there, 61% of leagues he's out there. And a guy's going to help you in many categories, and he could be a game changer for fantasy owners this late in the season, and especially in category leagues. He's a guy that can help you win a couple categories as the playoffs roll on here, and could be a crucial part to fantasy teams. So right now, Horton-Tucker, probably the best pickup on the waiver wire this week out of all the positions, and a must-get. The next guy is Isaac Okoro of the Cleveland Cavaliers. So Okoro, he's been a top draft pick a few seasons ago, but he really hasn't panned out on the season. 6.6 points a game, 2.5 boards, 1.2 assists, and 49% from the field. But the last few weeks here for Okoro, well, he's getting major minutes now all of a sudden. 10 points a game, 1.3 rebounds, 1.3 assists, 1.2 steals, 1.2 threes a game, and 58% from the field. So another guy giving fantasy owners 3 or 4 categories. He's going to rebound the basketball. He's going to score the basketball at a decent rate with major minutes. He's hitting the 3-ball pretty well here, Okoro. And like I said, he's part of the young nucleus over there in Cleveland. And he's playing good basketball, no doubt about it. March 8th in Miami, 13 points, 3 threes, 2 assists, 2 steals, 71% from the field. March 10th in Miami, again, 16 points, 2 boards, 3 assists, 2 steals, a 3, 66% from the field. And March 12th at the Hornets, a down game though, 5 points, 2 boards, an assist, a steal, a 3, 40% from the field. So right here, he's been playing about 30, 35 minutes a game over the last 4 ball games here, is Okoro. And obviously this Cavs team, they got trust in him this late in the season, especially in a playoff push, and they're trying to get past that play-in, and they're trying to stay in the 4th or 5th seed here is Cleveland. So right now, Okoro playing good minutes. He's giving fantasy owners a few categories, and right now he's available in 92% of fantasy leagues. The next guy is Zach Collins of the San Antonio Spurs. So Zach Collins, he's been on the list a few weeks as well, and he's not widely available in many leagues, but still out there in 41% of leagues. So Collins, what a season he's had this year, getting full playing time finally after the last few years have been injury prone, and he's barely seen the court on the season. 10.3 points a game, 6.1 rebounds, 2.7 assists, and 51% from the field. But the last few weeks, 12.3 points a game, 7.8 rebounds, 4 assists, 1.5 steals, 1.5 threes, and 38% from the field to the San Antonio Spurs team, one of the worst teams in the league, no doubt about it, this season here. And they're a team that's been floundering over the last month, even though the last few games they've picked it up and played a little bit better. So the last few games for Collins, March 4th versus Houston in that one, 14 points, 10 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals, a block, 2 threes, 42% from the field. March 10th versus Denver, 10 points, 9 boards, 3 assists, a steal, a 3, 44% from the field. And March 12th versus the Thunder, 23 points, 11 rebounds, 4 assists, 4 threes, and 50% from the field. So right here, probably his biggest game of the season, that 23 and 11 here for Collins. He's getting the playing time anywhere from 20 to 30 minutes a game for this Spurs team. And this Spurs team, obviously, they're not playing for anything except to see what some of these young guys have. And we know Collins, still a young guy, even though he's been in the league 4 or 5 seasons, getting an opportunity. He's getting back to 100% from the injury a few years ago. And right now, he can pay big dividends for fantasy owners. And he's got to add this week in the 5th and final forward I looked at on the wire this week. He is Kyle Anderson of the Minnesota Timberwolves. So Kyle Anderson, he's been a solid veteran throughout his career, but now he's starting to get some fantasy value this season with Minnesota, where the first half of the year, he really didn't have any. On the season, 8.9 points a game, 5 boards, 4.3 assists, 1.1 steals, and 51% from the field. But the last couple weeks here for Anderson, 12 points a game, 6.8 rebounds, 5.7 assists, a steal, and 56% from the field. So right there, great numbers, especially in the rebound and assist category for a forward like Kyle Anderson for this team. And since that D'Angelo Russell trade, his numbers have definitely gone up, and he's had the ball in his hands more as well. March 4th at the Kings, 18 points, 7 rebounds, 9 assists, a steal, 2 blocks, 3 threes, 87% from the field. March 7th versus Philly, 7 points, 5 boards, 2 assists, a steal, a block, 42% from the field. And March 10th in that one versus Brooklyn, 15 points, 7 boards, 11 assists, a steal, a 3, 58% from the field. So right now, great basketball Kyle Anderson is playing. It's surprising me he's still out there in half of fantasy leagues at 50%. So if you need rebounding, scoring the basketball, and assisting especially, which he's been great at over the last few weeks here, he's definitely a forward to get this week. So that's a few forwards I looked at on the wire in week 21, the first week of the fantasy basketball playoffs in most leagues.